Working on your wedding budget might possibly be the most unglamorous part of planning a wedding. Yes, you guessed it. Today I'm going to dive into the most crucial and possibly the most challenging aspect of planning a wedding, budgeting. I'm here to share some valuable tips and advice on how to plan your budget effectively, because we all know how it's going to affect every decision you make and in turn every purchase. Hi there, it's Poonam here from the Maharani Diaries. Welcome back to my channel, the place to be for all things South Asian and Indian wedding planning related. If you are new here, please do me a favor and don't forget to subscribe to this channel because your support means the world to me. Okay, so it's important to have a wedding budget because that way you have a realistic picture of what you are spending. In this video, I'll be covering 7 wedding budget tips. Figure out your guest numbers, determine your priorities, establish a realistic budget and plan for contingencies, research costs, consider seasonal and off-peak discounts, allocate funds wisely, keep track of expenses. Tip number 1, figure out your guest numbers. Wedding expenses are always based around guest numbers. Your guest numbers are pivotal for understanding what type of venue you require, as well as food and beverage packages. Tip number 2, determine your priorities. Before you start allocating funds, sit down with your partner and decide what are those priorities or non-negotiables. What aspects of the wedding are most important to you? Is it the venue? Is it the food? Is it the entertainment? Or perhaps the photographer? By identifying these priorities, you can then allocate a portion of your budget to those things that are important to you and your partner. And this is all whilst still being mindful of other expenses that are coming up. I always tell my couples to stick to 3 to 5 priorities. Rank these priorities because it will help you to determine what to start off with in your wedding planning timeline. For example, if you are wanting to prioritize finding a really good photographer and you want to spend majority of your budget towards a photographer, then of course you are going to start off with that particular task in your wedding timeline. Tip number 3, establish a realistic budget and plan for those contingencies. It's important to figure out where are you going to get those funds from. Are they coming out of your savings? Is there a contribution from family? Do you need to take out a loan? Work out what is the most comfortable figure to work with based on what is available. Remember that the venue, food and beverage, possibly styling, as well as your wedding attire are going to all contribute to the bulk of your wedding costs. It's crucial to be realistic about what you can afford and leave some wiggle room for those unexpected costs. Yes, do not forget those unexpected costs. These could include, for example, additional beverages in case guest numbers rise, venue security costs, lighting, contingency plan rentals such as heaters or fans or umbrellas, vendor meals, marriage license fees, outfit alterations. Aim to allocate around 5 to 10% of your overall budget toward these unexpected costs. Having this buffer in place will give you peace of mind and ensure that there are no nasty surprises along the way. If you'd like to see a video specifically on this topic, please let me know in the comments below. Tip number 4, research costs. I cannot stress how important it is to research before you start putting a budget together. Look into the average costs for wedding vendors in your city. You can simply do this by doing a search on Google or Instagram, or even some wedding directories out there. There are some fantastic wedding directories that can help guide you with vendor costs. Some vendors will even have a services page on their website and give you an understanding of what the starting costs are for their services. This will give you a better understanding of how much to allocate for every aspect of your wedding. Don't forget to factor in taxes, gratuities, and any other additional fees that may arise. Other options are to speak to family or friends who've recently got married. Tip number 5, consider seasonal or off-peak discounts. Consider scheduling your wedding during the off-peak season. So in Australia, for example, that's autumn and winter, or on a weekday, because cost of labor can be significantly less on a weekday as opposed to a weekend. Additionally, be on the lookout for seasonal promotions or discounts that vendors are offering. Tip number 6, allocate funds wisely. When allocating funds, as I mentioned, prioritize the things that are most important to you. So this helps you to set boundaries straight away. Allocate a large portion of your budget towards those top priorities whilst being mindful of the overall spend limit. So look, it's okay to splurge on certain aspects of your wedding, but just be prepared to make compromises along the way if you are wanting to stick within a certain budget. Tip number 7, keep track of your expenses. Create a spreadsheet or use a budgeting app to monitor your expenses and stay organized. This will help you to identify any areas where you may be overspending. That way you can make adjustments as you go to help you stay on track. Again, a reminder, I covered 7 wedding budget tips. These are: figure out guest numbers, determine your priorities, establish a realistic budget and plan for contingencies, research costs, consider seasonal and off-peak discounts, allocate funds wisely, keep track of expenses. Remember to communicate with your partner and your families, because careful planning are key to a successful wedding as well as a stress-free wedding. If you loved this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe once again, and please let me know in the comments what your key takeaways were, or if you have any wedding budget tips to share with me and the rest of the audiences. I would love to hear them. Until next time, happy wedding planning. Bye for now.